Welcome to Inner Fire Motivation Story. Subscribe my channel, like and share my video.
20 years ago, in a quiet rural town in Texas, there lived a young man named Daniel Carter. He was only 22, but life had already made him older than his years. His small wooden house stood at the edge of town, paint peeling, roof leaking when it rained. Inside that house lived only two souls, Daniel and his sick mother. His father had passed away years earlier, leaving nothing but debts and responsibilities. A son with heavy shoulders. Every morning before sunrise, Daniel left for work. Sometimes construction, sometimes unloading trucks, sometimes cleaning warehouses. He worked wherever someone would pay him. But no matter how hard he worked, the money disappeared quickly. Medicine, groceries, electricity bills. Doctors had said his mother needed long-term treatment. Treatment he simply could not afford. Yet every night, his mother would hold his rough hands and whisper, "Son, never lose your honesty. God sees your struggle." Daniel would nod, but inside he would think, honesty doesn't pay hospital bills. He believed money was the solution to everything. The night that changed everything. One freezing winter evening, Daniel was driving back from a long shift in the city. Snow began to fall. Within minutes, it turned into a violent storm. The highway became empty. His old car suddenly broke down near an abandoned countryside church. With no phone signal and nowhere else to go, Daniel stepped inside the church for shelter. It was dark, except for a few candles burning near the altar. An old man was there. He looked calm, peaceful, almost as if he had been expecting someone. "You look tired, son," the old man said gently. Something about his voice made Daniel open up. He spoke about his mother, the debts, the fear of losing her. The old man listened without interrupting. Then he said something strange. "Take care of your mother. That is the greatest investment you will ever make." Before Daniel left, the old man handed him a small envelope with some emergency cash. An old silver coin. "This coin may not look special today, but keep it. One day, you will understand." Daniel thanked him sincerely, though he thought it was just an ordinary coin. The small money helped buy medicines. Weeks passed. His mother's condition began to improve slowly. It wasn't magic. It was gradual, steady recovery. Daniel worked harder than ever. He stopped complaining. He stopped chasing quick money. He focused on consistency. Years passed. He saved little by little. He started a small repair business, then hired one worker, then two. Life was still difficult, but it was stable. And he never sold the silver coin. He kept it safely in a small wooden drawer. 20 years passed. Daniel was now 42. His small repair business had grown into a respectable construction company. Not huge, not famous, but trusted. His mother was healthy and proud. One afternoon, while cleaning old belongings, Daniel found the silver coin again. Out of curiosity, he took it to a rare coin collector in the city. The collector's face changed instantly. "Do you realize what this is?" he asked. Daniel shook his head. "This is a rare 19th century mint-era coin. Extremely rare. Collectors have searched for this for years." The value? Hundreds of thousands of dollars. Daniel stood frozen. He remembered the snowstorm. He remembered the old church. He remembered the old man's words. "This is your investment." Daniel could have bought luxury cars. He could have moved to a mansion. But instead, he did three things. 1. He donated money to rebuild that old countryside church. 2. He opened a community fund for struggling families. 3. He expanded his company to create more jobs in his town. When people asked him, "How did you become so successful?" Daniel would smile and say, "It wasn't luck. It was patience and taking care of my mother." The real message. Sometimes blessings don't come immediately. Sometimes rewards appear after 20 years. Not because of luck, honesty, patience, service to parents, hard work without complaining. What you do today in sincerity may return to you years later in ways you never imagined. And when it does, it feels like a miracle. The end.
Bye-bye to Inner Fire Motivation Story. Subscribe my channel, like and share my video.